here we go.
This is my pinball machine, and this is my final product, but it took 4 or 5 tries for me to do this. A few of the ways I switched around was one of the times I switched around, there was a bumper right here, so this wasn't able to operate fully, so I wasn't able to play the game well. Other times it was fine, but the bumpers I just felt like were in the wrong places, and I felt that it was just wrong. There's the drain back here, you can't really see it, but there's the drain back here. We just duct taped the cup to the back. So if I were to just do this, it would normally just go straight to the drain. I don't really have a way of getting it out, but you just normally have to do that. A few other reasons I decided to change it around was that like the bumpers were too close or they were too far, so the marble wouldn't just hit the bumpers at all. And as you can see, there's another box below the box that I'm using, and as you can probably tell, there's a lot of holes in them because I was trying to make the launcher, but I couldn't find the right area for the hole. So this was one hole for the launcher. This one I made it too high, so it was hard to launch. And there are holes in the sides for the flippers as well. And there's a hole here as well for the plunger. These bumpers I thought are kind of cool because when the marble hits it, it sort of like springs, like bounces off of it, because you have the thumbtacks, so you make it so the rubber band is like stretching, so when the marble hits off it, it like bounces off. This rubber band was a bit bigger, so I had to make the square out a lot bigger. Right here is the marble holder. So I would do to start the game is you can play with 3 marbles, you can play with 1, you can play with 2, you can play as many you want. So you put that in there, and then use the launcher to then launch it out. Oh, and that happens a lot. Yeah, it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but most of the time it does. If you would stop going in the hole. There. That's what would normally happen, but normally when I would be trying to actually be playing, I would keep it up and not let it come past the flippers. See, that was just 1 marble, but if you want to, you can play with 2 or 3. This is 3. Oh, shoot. It would be harder to, like, keep this going. What? Where's the marble? It's harder to keep this one go. Well, it's a bit easier actually. Some people find it easier or harder because sometimes there's more marbles, so you can keep it going for longer, or the more marbles distracts you and you lose the game faster. Another cool feature that I kind of like is how I tilted it. So I have these 2 cups plus the other box, which gives it enough tilt that it's not so much tilt that the ball just goes straight down. It's enough that the marble doesn't stop moving like around the actual machine, and so the marble doesn't stop in the machine and doesn't go too fast that you can't return it back up. And my machine doesn't really have a theme, it doesn't really have a theme, but...
All right, let's see you play it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sort of not very good at this. Oh yeah, that sometimes happens as well. Yeah, so let's play. Marbles in. No. Okay, that one. Sometimes they get stuck in the corner, but. No. Okay, yeah. I'm not very good at this, so try this again because it got stuck in the corner. Out. And oh. It's kind of hard to keep the marbles in play, but if you do it right, it can be pretty fun. So yeah, that's basically my pinball machine.